Hello everybody. Now we will see for third example, that is driver monitoring system. So we will see ADAS homologation for DMS primarily in India. Well, everybody knows what is DMS, so I won't go much into the explanation of the DMS. It detects the drowsiness, it detects the distraction, it detects the impairment. Okay, now it is one of the most complex ADAS features. All these things everybody knows, so I will not go much into the explanation of DMS. And as I in the ADAS functionalities videos, I clearly explain what is meant by DMS. Now, DMS technologies use IR camera based I5 tracking, and in Indian it is most common. This infrared camera based is the most used technology. And also next technology uses steering wheel sensors which detect the hand, and it is less effective in India. And also next technology is behavioral AI which can understand the movement patterns, and this is emerging solution. This is still in the concept of research. It is not yet prevalent, or it is not yet used in bulk production. Next is the vital sign monitoring. The implementation is pulse and respiration. This is a very what called futuristic concept. Well, let's hope someday in future this will be productionized. But as on now, this is still a very futuristic concept. This vital sign monitoring. Okay. Now, what is the current regulatory status in India? Now, as on now, there are no mandatory DMS requirements yet, but Bharat NCAP avoids for DMS implementation. If at all a vehicle is having a DMS, it certainly adds to the NCAP points. Okay, and it is proposed under AIS 160 under discussion for driver monitoring. So, as on now, Indian regulatory bodies have not yet mandated this DMS. Okay, it's still under discussion. Now, what are the various challenges? Driver physiognomy, varying facial features, skin tones. Now, everybody knows that in a country like India, where diverse kind of complexions are there, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, in a single country, there are a lot of diversified skin tones, complexions, eye shapes, etc., etc. So this is the biggest challenge. And also in India, some people wear turban and headgear, for example, for Sikh drivers. And also high cabin temperatures affecting sensor performance, and privacy concerns with constant cabin monitoring. Okay, there is also privacy concern when if the cabin is constantly monitored. All right, when it comes to DMS homologation process in India, we will see how it goes step by step. First, the step is hardware validation. The hardware which is validated is infrared camera. It is tested at different temperatures spanning from 0 degrees centigrade to 65 degrees centigrade. And also the sunlight interference test, glare through the windows. So the window glare is also measured. And next comes the dust ingress protection. This is IP6K 9K standard. Now, after validating the hardware, next comes the algorithm testing. Now, algorithm testing comprises of detection accuracy for Indian faces, ARI's Bharat face dataset, and also turban veil recognition testing. In India, there may be some female drivers who can even drive wearing burqa or some kind of veil. Especially Muslim religion women may drive wearing a burqa. And in India, sari dupatta movement differentiation for distraction. Okay, so all this are tested, all algorithms which take all this into consideration are tested or need to be tested. Next comes the real world validation. 300 plus hour road trials across highway conditions, city traffic, extreme environments, which includes Ladakh cold and also Rajasthan heat. Now, especially this Ladakh and Rajasthan are two important places for testing real world. Many automakers, they take their vehicles to Ladakh and Rajasthan because they have extreme contrasting temperatures. Ladakh temperature can go up to minus 20, minus 30 degrees centigrade, and Rajasthan temperature can go up to plus 50 to plus 55 degrees centigrade. So whenever a new product is introduced into the market, the product usually undergoes testing both in Ladakh and Rajasthan. If it is in Europe, then it can go to Norway or Sweden to test the cold, and it can also test in some moderate temperatures which is prevalent in countries like Germany and France. Now, when it comes to certification, MORTH approval for CMVR, and Bharat NCAP testing optional but valuable for marketing. Now, when it comes to unique Indian challenges for DMS, cultural and religious factors, turban beard recognition for Sikh community, and bindi affecting the facial detection. Now, Indian women especially, they have the habit of putting bindi or vermilion. And next is dupatta sari fabric causing false distraction. So, these are all the unique challenges for Indian DMS. So, if somebody wants to develop a DMS or a driver monitoring system exclusive for Indian market, these things have to be taken into consideration. Actually, not just even men, sometimes they put some for religious purpose, they put sindoor, or they put vibhuti, ash, god's ash on their foreheads. Okay, they may totally smear the forehead with ash. So these kind of practices also should be taken into consideration. Now, what is the biggest infrastructure challenge? The biggest infrastructure challenge is poor street lighting affecting night performance. Okay, naturally during the night, the light is dependent on the street lighting, because inside the cabin you naturally don't switch on the camera. And when it comes to frequent speed bumps causing false drowsiness detection. Okay, because of frequent speed bumps, the human head may jerk down, and this may be perceived as drowsiness by the system. Now, also shared cabin space in India, where in a 5-seater people, almost 8 people, sometimes they squeeze themselves in. Okay, even that can cause the infrastructure challenge. Now, coming to the behavioral factors, common phone using driving. This is the most common behavioral factor. And next comes the frequent head movement in chaotic traffic. So, this frequent head movement in chaotic traffic can be perceived in a very erratic manner by the DMS. So, that perception must be harmonized. That's a big challenge when it comes to behavioral factor. And coming to the different sleeping patterns, night shift drivers, especially vehicles which are going on long drives during the night, sleeping patterns is extremely important. Okay, when it comes to comparison with the global standards, we will see the table here. We are going to check the detection method, alert timing, privacy rules, and testing conditions in India, Europe, United States, and China. In India, the major detection method is infrared camera plus AI. And when it comes to Europe, it is infrared camera. And when it comes to US, it is steering sensors. And when it comes to China, it is dual cameras. Now, coming to the alert timing, in India it is 3-second distraction, in Europe it is 2-second distraction, in US 4 seconds, and China 3 seconds. This is nothing but if a driver is distracted for more than 3 seconds, then it immediately wants an alert. It will immediately honks a alert. When it comes to privacy rules, there is a standard called PDPV 2023 in India. In Europe it is labeled as GDPR, and US none, and in this China data localization. And coming to the testing conditions, in India it is mixed traffic, in Europe it is highway focused, and in US it is urban focused, and in China all scenarios. Now, let us see a small case study of Mahindra XUV 700 DMS. Now, this is the first SUV with DNS in India. Okay, the first SUV to introduce DMS in India is 2021. It uses Japanese display ink technology. It also customized for turban aware algorithms, high temperature stability, and localized warning sounds. As I already said, in India temperature can be very diversified. As you go towards south of the India, temperature will become very hot, and as you go towards north of the India, temperature will become very cold. And throughout the India, the vehicle must have a stable system which works uniformly without getting disrupted by temperature variations. And also the localized warning systems, Hindi or regional languages. Alright, now coming to, now in India where number of languages are prevalent, even localizing for the local language, whether the warning should come in Hindi or English or any other any mother tongue like Telugu or Tamil, even that is prevalent. Okay, even that customization is also available, that option also is available. Now coming to challenges faced, false alarms, the night performance issues with tinted glasses, and driver resistance to constant monitoring. Now again, even today there is some resistance of the driver in India for constant monitoring, where driver is not comfortable by constantly being monitored. Okay, sometimes what happens is it is raising false alarm during spirited conversation. Suppose there is somebody in the passenger car, the driver may again and again look towards the passenger while talking. So that can be interpreted as a distraction, and the vehicle may sound a alarm. All right, so that may cause some annoyance or some kind of discomfort to the driver. Okay, so these are the challenges faced by the Indian DMS system. To proceed further, now I already said these challenges. Sorry, I just pasted them in a double. That's the reason of this duplicity. Now, when it comes to future of the DMS in India, the main upcoming development is AIS standard expected by 2025 and integration with Aadhaar for commercial vehicles. Now, Aadhaar is a unique identity number in India, and based on that Aadhaar, this can lead to the driver identification in case of some kind of mishap. And it is trying to integrate the alcohol detection via the breath analysis. Okay, this is still very futuristic in India, but let's hope someday it will be materialized. Now coming to market trends, cost reduction from 15,000 to 5,000 by 2026. As of now, the cost is 15,000. By 2026, some DMS manufacturers are trying to bring it to 5,000. And coming to the two-wheeler, DMS development in TVS and Bajaj. Okay, even two-wheelers are trying to implement DMS. We have to see how far this will go. All right, because in a chaotic environment like India, where two-wheelers are very prevalent, two-wheelers are very common mode of commuting, we have to see how effective DMS will be. But as of now, there are no mandated standards. And also AI powered solutions from Indian startups. So there are some Indian startups which are coming up with the AI powered solutions. So the final conclusion is the DMS, it requires unique solutions, not in global standards. While no mandate exists yet, Bharat NCAP and proposed AIS are pushing adoption. And the technology must adapt to Indian diverse cultural environment and driving conditions to be effective. Now this is extremely important. Again, like other ADAS functionalities, plug-in solutions are not going to work as far as DMS is concerned. In India, where diversified facial complexion is there, diversified kind of decorations are there, diversified garments are there, it has to adapt to the Indian conditions. All right, the key takeaway is India as of now has no DMS mandate. Religious considerations or unique testing requirements like turban or any other religious consideration like a burqa, they are under unique testing requirements. Again, the privacy laws. Now this is the more ethical and a moral issue. Okay, for example, maybe some young couple, they want to have some privacy in a car. They may feel that having a driver monitoring system which or in-cabin monitoring system may spoil their privacy. Or Bharat NCAP is accelerating adoptions and localized algorithms perform better than global solutions. This is something, this sentence I exactly said for automatic emergency braking also. Localized algorithms, they perform better than global solutions. Okay. Thank you.